All right. So we are building a TUI, yet another FZF TUI using opencode and React in the terminal. Isn't it great how things are in 2026? Insane stuff. So here I have to say set on, yeah, on change on input handler is what this should be called as. Alright, so hey, how are you? This is in wow. Set input should just be E. Alright, okay, I have to say hello world. Hmm. Okay, so now the question is, what is that I need right now? Now, what I need is a way to create dummy directories so that I can test. Okay, I'll ask DeepSeek. What is the best way to create, or maybe not? I'll just do it by myself. Bun file can point to a disk where a file does not real dot exists. Okay, read only bun dot stdin. Wow. Optimize APIs for reading and writing files. Bun dot file. Well, how do I? Okay, so let's say I have a directory in which I have sub directories with files in it. I want a way to be able to list down all the files by perform all the files in a .js in an array. How do I do this using TypeScript bun? Alright. Now that's the point. I have to strictly using bun. Okay, so wow, it just fucking gives you. Okay, so you have an async function get all files. What it will do? Read dir. Alright. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm gonna disable my LSP. I'm getting to Too much, too much dependence on these JavaScript fucking frameworks. I don't want that. Nah, I don't need that. What I do need is the ability to get these files sorted. So what you have, read dir glob. Okay, using glob recommended for bun. Wow. fs.walk. Fuck them. They already have a file walker. Are you insane? Remember, I don't want to load the files, just their names. Ah. Okay. Huh. Nice. I mean, let's do it. So, what I have to do is to then perform a filter on it. We just want the file names, not paths. No, no, no. I don't want anything. Fast glob. The key only read the directory structure and return an array of the strings and don't need actual file contents. Definitely method 1, the safest. Okay. I think this makes more sense. Console log file path, the array of relative paths like sub dir one. Yep. This is the most relevant. This is the most relevant thing in my case. Okay. Okay, let's go. So I will have a function. Get file fetch file paths. File paths. This will be, see, this function lives outside const glob equals bun new bun dot glob with a regular expression. Okay. What does it say? Alright, so it's a bun glob. And what I would want is to be able to search all glob files. See, Zeg is insane. And glob dot scan sync. Okay, glob dot. There is no information available about this. How come? This is bun.glob. Wow. Maybe it has to do with well, let's see. I don't really mind. I'll just turn off LSB because it doesn't work anyway. So you have a current directory, and let's just give it only files is true. So it says like only files, no directories. Well, actually, and array.from, pass it to array.from. Is that it? Huh. Not sure though. So, see, what I will do is I can okay, so see, get file paths returns you this array. So file paths, set file paths should be use state get file paths, and I will just render these file paths maybe by a comma separated value. File paths, let's check file paths dot wow. Fuck. Where is my backslash? Did oh my god. Let's go. Did I just make okay, I cannot but for sure I can scroll down. It's a scrollable view. See, this shit is line item center stuff. So it blocks the UI. Scroll bar is there, but it is at the right. Okay, so this will get only files and not directories. Okay, let me do something. I will make something called as test dir, and alright, so this shall be inside test dir is what I want. And if I make here, let's say dir 01 00 01 02 03, and then dir num 00 001, fuck, what the fuck, dir 0 no, 01 00. Look, this should be 00 dir 000 file 0.txt, and then I can have 0 1. Right, this will, I think this will also be 000, because two files can have same name, can they? Huh. I don't know. They can have same name as well as same 0 dir 1 dir 2. Let's make two of them only. Then dir 0 0 file 0.txt, file 1.txt, dir 2 0, dir 2 1, dir 2, oh no, 2 0. Ah, fuck that. Let's just make A, B, C, D, E, F1.txt. F2, A, B, C, F3.txt, B, C, D, E, F, F5, 4.txt. Yep. So I'm just gonna give it the test dir, and this should be, this should go. Okay, what does it say? All right, so okay, I'll move it here so that I can give it test dir. What happened? No such file or directory test dir. Test dir. Well, actually it does exist. Huh. Okay, see, when I gave it this was working. Right, so this should be test dir, but if I'm okay, absolute, what will it do? Test dir home cannot open. Test dir. Okay, so see, this is a relative path. Where am I? Just go and scan test dir. File paths cannot open test dir directory. Why? Okay. Alright, so see, this is what I made. I'll pass it to this. this is my current directory structure, and then index. This index.ts6 is giving error, which is open testdir at no such follow directory. This makes more sense actually. Import.meta.dir. Why would you ask? Is okay, so I'm not using input and set file paths, at least for the time being. This will be src test dir is like, what am I being told? But better way to get it is like const current dir should be import.meta.dir. Okay, I'll be okay with it. This dir will be join. Okay, import join from node path, and join will be current dir and then test dir. All right. Nice, actually nice. Exactly what I was looking for. So see, this works, and what if it doesn't? What if there is no test dir? So see, there should be ways to test your program. Currently, I'll make it better. Alright, so what I need to do right now is on input handler, and so see, there should be a select is like what I was looking for, right? There already is something which I can use. There has to be slider. What the fuck is a slider? Select in an option. Is that how it goes? That is okay. So what I would need is something called as is there an async method? Is there scan async? Actually, I do need async because I want to show loading states. So what you do need is one glob, and then instead of doing this, alright, so test dir is already there. Const file paths will be an array of strings, and its return type is promise string. What I will do is for await const file of glob.scan cwd is test dir, and then only files should be true. So this is a file name, and I will say file paths dot push file. Let's just name it as file name. Okay, so I think I can dir name. Maybe I can pass in the directory name, but yeah, let this be what it is right now. So this way, what I will have is something called as a promise. Now I can await that promise. This way, see this way I will have a loading state is like what I want. So I can say is loading file paths, set is loading file paths. So usually you separate it out in a component, but I'm not going to do that. Use state false. Alright, so is loading file paths and is not loading file paths is like what I'm going to have here. So what I will do is view for maybe I can separate this in a component, I guess. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I will have a file. Okay, file view component, and this will be a React component, of course. Alright, and what I will do is I will maybe try to render it here. File view, and this will be, this is not doing anything, by the way. For the time being, it will accept type file view props. So this will be file names, an array of string. Okay, file view props. So what I can say is something like this, and maybe I can also do react.fc file view props, and then you won't need, you can just do this. Right, this is the React way. React.fc. What the fuck? promise. Its return type is okay. All right. But if you don't need it, no, I'm not gonna add it. I believe there is. See, I'm going TSGO compiler, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's fine. What I mean to say is that this is just a file names. Okay, so if file names if file names dot length is 0, do something else, do something. All right. Now what do I want to do? See, I will also have this state called as is loading, and maybe I can pass it. Maybe I can pass is loading, or maybe file view itself can take care of his loading. Okay, so see, this is a promise. Alright, so instead of file names, I will do something like this, and I think there is a function use. File names. Right. There you go. So you can wrap it in suspense. Is like how it works. So can I pass a promise? It's like no, I'm not thinking about it. Can you really pass a promise here? Huh. Because whenever my text changes, I would want this to be executed again. Right. This is fucking insane. Oh god. I don't need this. I don't need this. My brain is braining. And okay, let's remove all of this. What do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do? It's just a scroll box. Hmm. See, I need this done before before my wife comes in home. Reason being, I made a bet that if I can complete this before she comes home, I will get some sucky sucky. Alright, so maybe I can add an export here, that way it doesn't scream too much. I do need this use here. Alright, so see, the thing is, I need to show something, right? So you you can apparently replace unknown must have a symbol iterator method. Okay. Okay, so I can't do this. I need to use state. Okay, and unsupported type was passed. Here it should be. Let me check how does it relate. How, who the fuck is calling? Okay, so I had to be away for a moment. I got an important call. Let's do what we were already doing. Okay. All right. So I have this value input, and I need. Okay, let's first see how to use in React. Let's you read the value. Okay. Developer uses promise or a context. Dealing with rejected promises suspends exception. That is not a real error. All right. So I think you can wrap something. You can wrap this value around. Um, how do I use in React with suspense? I want to show loading states while this file names are being loaded. I don't want to block the UI. Great question. Okay, fuck you. I don't want to know if it's a great question or not. All right. Hmm. See, so it's telling me that you can just create a resource. This promise will be cached. Okay. Suspense enable data fetcher. Huh. This is what I was thinking. That is, if I can really pass. Um, wow. Suspense boundary catches. Okay, so you can. All right. I want to filter by text using an input from text box. Let's see if it can. Okay, great. I think it can figure it out. It's not a simulate network delay. This is already a network delay. What the fuck are you saying? Use memo. I want to perform the search. Should I? Hmm. Should I or should I not? Enhanced version with debounce. Use debounce. Then you can have a value and delay. Okay, this will cache the promise. Okay, fine. What if I don't want to crash the promise? What if I always want to search it? Hmm. This is giving me multiple examples. Okay, so initial error boundary want to use the simplest way. Basic setup with use and suspense. Okay, and then you use it in this way. That is, if that promise is succeeded, else, or if it is not succeeded. Okay, so I can pass in promise. Alright, so what I can maybe do, should I use a use here? Nah, no, that's not how. File names, let this be a React component. I'll use explicit types, implicit types, and I already have file names. I will say get file names, get file paths, file paths, const file path. Okay, and this value is just a string. Now this will be suspended is what I mean to say. So select and option no properties. Okay, alright, so what is a select? File path dot map select x return file path. Alright, what is wrong here? Okay, so how do I use select? Selection list. Options, yes. File path is like how it should be. Right. Select option. What is a select option? Okay. So what is the shape of options? Select option is name, description and value. Okay. Okay, so first let me map this to what I need is select and then options would be file path dot map This is select option. Okay. Select option array, and then option second directly pass in. Type boolean. Options will be option name. Okay, so this is alright. So what I can do is for let I equals 0, I less than file path dot length const current file path options dot push. Name is just name. Description is also value is also the same string array is not with y. What the fuck? I gave it a name. So see, this is an array of select option, right? Okay, so let's do this. Const select option. Okay, all right. Name is what? Name is a string. What? Okay. Okay. So this is either a string or an undefined. Let me add in NA. So I know this will always be a string. Current file path. Okay, I can directly do this. Options dot push name file path I dot file path I options name description NA file path NA description. And then value should be file path I. This should be okay, I guess. This is just a select. Okay, so I have to pass it this value here. Now if this will call it every time. Const file paths get file paths. This will ensure that it is only fetched once. File path already. Now I just need to file path. Okay, nothing happened. Why did nothing happen? Because maybe I had a value. Suspense. Suspense. Fall. Suspense. Okay. And then box. Loading. Ah. Okay, this is text. Text. This is not box. I cannot render inside a box. See, there was loading for some time uh, while it was like trying to load it, and I should also add a scroll box actually. Select. Why? Why? Is it empty or what? Test dir. Can I add assertions? Assert in bun. Just tell me how to declare it tests. I just need to write assertions. Okay, expect, describe. Okay, so let's just expect from bun test. Okay, then what I will do simply is before returning I will say const file paths expect length to be greater than 0. Okay, this fails here. Right, because I wrote. So see, this is working. For sure, I know that this is working, and maybe what I can do here is okay, adding a scroll box, and then okay, let me write a this is just text which says loading, and I can just render fallback. Okay, so every time so why am I not able to see the file paths is like what my question is. So file paths, Expect should have given me sub error had it been the case if the file paths did not exist. Maybe I can write expect options dot length to be greater than 0. This is also fine. To be I can write 0. This will fail because yep, expected 0, received 4. To be greater than or equal to 0. This works, by the way. I mean, every time I'm trying to render something. Now, how do I... Okay, don't want to exit. Scroll box. I really didn't want to take help from AI, but I guess I have to do it. Why am I not able to see file paths? I see loading, but I see loading, but not file names. Why? Didn't I use? What the fuck did you do? Remove them. The file paths should load now. Motherfucker changed it to use effect. Suspense not defined. Retry. What the fuck is happening with Claude today? It does support it. Get file paths should have worked actually. Claude is just one-shotting everything. What the fuck are you trying to do? Fuck you, just take YOLO. Loading, okay, select works with initial non-empty state. Library bug, okay. Hmm. Okay, got it. I got it, I got it, I got it. It is a bug. Huh. It's fine. I guess it's fine. Files and no select versus bug doesn't display. Okay, so what did you do? Oh my god, this motherfucker just added an index value. Claude, you were not supposed to. Fuck you, man. Bitch just implemented my entire application. Oh, fool. Okay. How hard is building a fuzzy searcher? So see, it is fine where it like fucking tells you. But I'm trying to build it from scratch. So instead there should be an X button. Yeah, the selection index goes top to bottom. Okay, so it turns out that there is some problem with use maybe. Although use would have worked properly, I guess, but yeah, what can I say? So see, this is returning the files the way I want them to return. So loading is like very short. It should be J and K. उल्टा हो गया यार. So J and K in space. Alright, so see, this is this does show how it will look like, right? To capture the keyboard events. But if there are a lot of files, uh, interesting. File paths. Well, I would have fucking loved it if Claude didn't mess up with like what I was trying to do. So, fucker. I don't want to show loading, stupid ass. Not even this. Okay, all of this should have been inside a box. And then you have this text. Fixed direction column. Align items center. Justify content center. Okay. And same, maybe something similar here. Yo. Text loading. There should be no files found. No files found. Text. Okay. Scroll box. And then remove this from here. Min height. Okay, instead of this, just say I don't know. This was column. Height was 80%. This was 20%. Border true. Is what I was looking for as well. But it's mostly the height which I'm worried about. So can I not say auto? So wait, this is the outer box and this should have been here, right? This as well, and box. This should be here. J6 expressions must have one parent. Okay. So I have two boxes. This can just be a box. Alright. Okay, so that box at the bottom takes 20%, and it takes if I also do auto here, this will take 50-50. No? How? How did it not take? Very, very weird. It should have taken. It should have taken. Alright. Maybe it's the default. Okay, maybe it's the default size of the text box. This is fine, I guess. I mean, if it gives me a scrollable view, I'll be okay with it. Yeah. Okay, so what do I want in scroll box is the ability to scroll. Okay. Now, I wouldn't want to rerun the use effect because it will refetch the file paths. Let's see how it goes. Filter path is string paths dot map. Oh, okay. Now I have to create a fuzzy. Alright. How do I create? Okay, turn off YOLO. How do I create a fuzzy searcher? Okay, FZ for JS. Fuse.js, okay. For a minimal no dependency fuzzy searcher. Want me to integrate? Okay. File paths. Okay. Fuse.js, alright. Bernard fuse. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Okay, that did not work. Bernard fuse.js, alright. This was added pretty quickly. Okay, test dir 2. Empty. This will be an empty. So what I can say, empty in this case, you're just gonna see no files found. Alright. But see, this is like where auto layout sucks. I should have given an 80% height here always, and here should be the auto layout thing happening. Maybe 10% works here, 90% is what I should be giving here as the height, but I won't get um, space to write anything. Right. So I have like no files found. Why did it not? Uh, Align item center. Hmm. Why is not? Tell me why. Tell me why. See, Crush is great actually. It's built using Golang. It's way more capable. Perhaps it can one shot what I want to do. Fuck, it's already 8:30. My lord, I need to call my wife. Okay. Fuck. What did you do? Okay, I did not give height. Makes sense, just like CSS. Right, so it's like having no files found. Edit here. Same, I think I should be getting here too. Which is just to. Okay. So if I change it to dir, again this has been working fine. All right, now Okay, so by default, I think I should say focus input by default. Okay, okay, so it should be focused. What does it say? Hmm. Focused. Was GB. It should be. Is it red? Okay. This is just a tag. Okay, okay, okay. So it is also. I have to program that behavior. Makes fucking sense. Because if I am writing something here, man, should I also check my spam folder? Hmm. I will be right back. I will be right back. Yep, I will be right back. I have to get my wife. She's she's waiting for me. So let's just stream continue. I will be back soon. Okay, okay. Let's just go. Okay, so we had file paths. Now we need a way to. Set selected index.